Всем привет! Меня зовут Валерия. Вы на канале Наливайку. Продолжаем проходить Хогвартс. Так, у нас по заданию было посетить занятия по астрономии. Пойдем, наверное, туда. Сходим. Хотя мы уже тут, по сути. Я забыла, в какой башне мы находимся. Посмотрим, что для нас приготовили. Я побегала вне записи, половила всяких тварюшек. С графикой вообще непонятно, что происходит. Конечно же. Что-то обновление вышло боком. Жуть. Смотрится жуть. Хотя все стоит на ультре. И чего? Ясно. Что ничего не ясно.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Прекрасно. Шикарный вид. И прохладненько, ну да, конечно.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Такой напуганный.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Да.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Однако.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
of good that did. How am I supposed to...
О, Пивс проснулся. Так, подождите. Это не там, что ли, надо было сделать? Я уже заблудилась. Ну да, тут же есть площадка. Ну, что встала?
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Ну и хорошо.
A pristine night for stargazing.
Где он? Еще и искать теперь его. То, что он спустился, я видел. А, вот он.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
Ну, посмотрим, чё к чему.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Кентавры? Кентавров, ну, тут еще не хватало.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
Кто из нас трусишка?
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Мечтатель.
Confringo!
Ну, как-то так.
Revelio.
Я тут была.
More cobwebs.
Да?
You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh,
там
no.
пауков.
Not this close to the
Look,
school.
there's a table. I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out.
Что попробовать? И что мне с ним делать?
Revelio.
Внизу еще какой-то сундук. И как мы будем смотреть? Телескопа я тут не вижу. Все понятно.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision.
Как все настроишь, как нужно.
I know it is nearly impossible to contain your excitement at a moment like this, but keep steady. Gentle adjustments.
Ну, вроде как-то так.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Ну и вот.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Ага. Как скажешь. Так. Что у нас? Ну, пойдемте. Встретимся с Нати. Ого. Вот это да. Занесло ее, так занесло. Дальняя даль. Так. Она нам обещала новые
Handy
заклинания.
resource indeed, your field
Так,
guide.
хорош.
I'm most pleased to be included.
Psst, over here, quietly.
Что случилось?
I'm glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The ministry will come in later.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Ясно, понятно, не шуметь. Подожди. Нужно вот это сделать. Чтоб на всякий случай не попадаться. Прям скарабкаться. Ну вы выдумщики. Однако. О, приветик. Со мной пойдешь? Ты тише. А туда я как должен залезть?
I wonder what that does.
О, для чего, для чего? Вот для этого.
That did it.
Ну и, конечно же, вот это.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Сюда иди. Ну, как-то так. Там больше ничего не было. Конечно, не было. Прям совсем ничего не было. Так. Погнали. Или не погнали. Что-то мы не допрыгнем. Так. А ну-ка вот это попробуем.
Leviosa.
Угу. Нормально. Придумано.
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
Серьезно? Ворота открыть? А шуметь не будем? При этом. Хорошо зашли. Аж крысы разбежались. А, тебя тут еще не хватало. Серьезно? Мне его двигать или что? Я бы с удовольствием зашла. Только вот не могу. Чутка.
Dead end. Must be another way in.
Да он как бы есть.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Тише, тише. Мы найдем и выход, и вход. Было бы желание. А еще графика получше.
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Мне надоело их менять. Блин. Да не это, вон то. Ой, ну вот как с ней, а?
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Ну, и я могла бы также открыть. Делов-то.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Harlow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Это не я управляю.
Restrain the beast!
Какого зверя? Ах вы сволочи. Вы что творите?
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get this beast back to
Так, всех
Very
срочно
well.
убить.
New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our
Идеально.
chance. Go!
Погнали.
Blast it! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
nothing to poke
Конечно, он есть.
I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
Летать будем, что ли? Наверное. Нет, не будем. Гиппогрифа надо спасти. Это вообще они озверели. Так. А вообще? Куда? Угу. Видимо, мне через низ. Так, не забываем. Деньги нам нужны. Что у нас тут? Ничего интересного тут. А, ну ясно. Иди сюда. Надо.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, а теперь, чтоб наверняка. Так.
Not the safest place to sneak into.
Ну, а что поделать?
This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I should think I get more sense out of Mooncalf dung.
Обалдеть.
Hello, Mora.
Какой кошмар. Что я делаю? Тихо, тихо, тихо. Вы сразу не могли это сделать? Надеюсь, невидимость не упадет. Не упадет, если я сама ее не сниму. Главное, ничего не уронить. Я поняла прикол.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Ага, я тоже надеюсь, что ей попроще. Так, а нам тут? Я явно не туда. Наверное, вот сюда.
Hello, Mora.
Так. Что вы еще делаете? Опять в самом начале. Нет, все-таки нам не сюда. Тише, тише, ни на что там не наступило. Что наверху? Что-то я ничего не вижу. Такого особенного. Чем мы сюда тут залезем? Непонятно. Лезем вниз. Вниз, я говорю. Что, издеваешься? Хватит скакать туда-сюда. Тихо, не наступи. Нам шуметь нельзя.
You're going home in a wooden box!
Какой протега? Надеюсь, меня не убьют, пока я тут замки взламываю. Тише, тише, вы меня не видите. Не видите, не слышите. Что-то вас слишком много. Я хочу все попробовать по-тихому сделать. Получится ли? Будем надеяться. Нам еще выше? Походу, да.
Hi, Wing. It's all right. There we go.
Ага, тут еще один.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Mom.
Hurry.
Давайте быстрее уже, текайте. Тише, тише. Куда? А, все, сюда на месте. Погнали. Что такое? Так, лететь медленнее, снижение, подъем.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
Я опять не успела прочитать, что она там говорит. Куда мы летим-то? В Хогвартс? Или куда? Красота! Хорошо летим. Не знаю. Заметить вряд ли, а вот услышать точно услышат.
It's incredible, isn't it?
А куда мы, собственно, летим-то?
How exciting.
Oh, it was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Прекрасно. Могилия, Калигу. Красота. У нас есть гиппогриф, и не только гиппогриф. Так.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Нифига себе. Резко исчезла. Да, что? Возвращение на путь. Ну ясно. Потерянный ребенок. Кровное родство. Это уже второе испытание. Что-то я сегодня к нему не готова. Аж 20 уровень. Ничего себе. Так. А чего... Ну, давайте вот с ней встретимся. Чего тянуть? Посмотрим, что она там затеяла. Ну я, в принципе, недалеко. Как оказалось. Так, потом, все потом. Поговорим сначала с ней. Это мы так летим далеко? Верните график на место. Что такое, а? Что случилось? Что за обнова? Кошмар. Все стоит на ультрах. Тут тоже все ультра. Это что? Исследование. Ясно. Я-то думала, что-то новенькое. Ну, погнали.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband, Aidan, was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Да как скажете. Привет, так привет. Так. И сюда. А там разберемся. Чужие письма читать такое себе удовольствие, если честно. Тем более что-то личное. Даже если это с разрешения.
Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Ну, видимо, это она. Или нет? Нет, все-таки она.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you! How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Пещера. Как мы любим эти пещеры. Не-не.
Hope they know what they're doing.
Что она сказала про метлу? Это, видимо, она. Ну, точнее,
This must be the cavern Mrs. Spruttle mentioned.
что-то как-то здоровое все. Соберем. Раз сказали. Там случайно никого нет? Гоблина, например, какого-нибудь. Что-то как-то громко сейчас было.
But I still need to visit the cave to find Sorona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there.
Главное, чтобы пауков не было.
Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters.
Пофигу.
That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Spruttle should be pleased.
А чё он пошел через эту пещеру?
Revelio.
Ну-ка. Бульк. Надеюсь, нас никто не сожрет. Это что за вонючка? А, ясно.
Lumos.
Так, мне здесь никто не могу. Плащ какой-то и все, надеюсь. Оба. Надо уметь. Так, дыши, дыши. Успокойся, все хорошо. Нифига себе. Щерка. И прям сейчас вниз нам не надо. Или нам? Тут чё? Ну, зато денежку найдем. Какую-никакую. Всяко лучше. А это куда? Ой, крысы, кыш, кыш. Что это было? Что-то мне эти черепушки напрягают.
Revelio.
Я вижу. О, письменный стол какой-то. Что за невидимка там бегает? Да я иду письма собирать. Дайте мне тут все смотреть. Так, мы оттуда спрыгнули, нам туда. Не забудете тут расплюнуть. Ага.
Either I'll have to fight that troll or avoid it altogether.
Что? Вы сейчас издеваетесь, что ли? в легкую причем. Поборемся. Мы еще поборемся, я говорю. Ты ж оттуда. Беги. Беги же, беги, 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 беги. Бросить-то нечего, а? Не-не-не, ничего не знаю, бей.
Easy, my large friend.
Вот это жесть. Стоять. Всем стоять, не дышать. 30 уровень. Вы серьезно? Козявки тролля. Фу, нафиг гадость. Откуда здесь тролль? Ой. Что-то я, кажется, не туда пошла. Ладно. Что там дальше? Нет, все правильно. Давайте только без троллей теперь. Белочка, вы что тут забыли? О! О, не-не-не. Читать я это сейчас не буду. Кому надо, можете почитать.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Так. По крайней мере, сейчас я
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be... I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Запретный лес. Прекрасно. Тролль, конечно, неприятная нежность. Хорошо я себе надела всяких лечилок. Да верните вы графику на место. Что происходит? Что-то мне это не нравится. Так. Козявки тролля, кстати, очень хорошая это. в груди. Для чего-то там. Для чего, не помню. Ну это кошмар. Вот как играть? Как записывать, а? С такой графикой.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is! Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
На здоровье. Полка из бочонков. Как интересно. Зачем она нам? Ой, тише, тише. Так, ну такими темпами... что у нас там по заданию? А, еще это все делать. Хорошо, что у нас... Ой, я, кстати, поймала жмыра. Котика себе, только они не помещаются в мою комнату. Слишком много. В могиле писал. Это похоже на коня-призрачная тварь, которую видят только те, кто познал смерть. Будем летать на невидимой твари, что ли? А, телескоп. Так. Ну и ладно. С графикой непонятно, что творится. Зрелище, конечно, неприятное. Ну да ладно. Все остальное в следующей серии. Все. Ставьте лайки, комментируйте, подписывайтесь на канал. Всем спасибо.